Picture this, a floating home that stirred up a storm of curiosity and debate, drifting into a quiet Michigan harbor and challenging what we think about modern boating and personal freedom. In a tale that's equal parts adventure and eccentricity, a one-of-a-kind makeshift houseboat has captured the imagination of locals and onlookers alike. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this ingenious floating abode a symbol of self-reliance or a potential hazard on our waterways? Let's dive in and explore the story behind this remarkable vessel, breaking it down step by step so even those new to boating can follow along. On November the 25th, 2025, the Lexington State Harbor in Lexington, Michigan, played host to an unusual visitor, a sizable raft or houseboat christened Neverlanding, hailing all the way from Windsor, Ontario. This isn't your typical sleek yacht. It's a custom-built creation that blurs the lines between a simple raft and a full-fledged home on the water. Imagine a structure designed for living afloat, equipped with all sorts of practical gadgets to make life on the lake more comfortable. For beginners wondering about the difference, think of it as a floating RV, self-sufficient, mobile, and ready for extended journeys across waterways. Richard Laframboise, the proprietor of the Windjammer Bar and Grill, shared an intriguing detail. He suspects the owner and captain of Neverlanding might have stopped by his establishment the night before. It's a small world moment that adds a personal touch to the story, suggesting the boat's crew could be mingling with locals, perhaps trading tales over a meal. This kind of interaction often happens in maritime communities, where travelers and residents connect over shared experiences on the water. Taking a closer look at the boat itself, photos reveal a fascinating setup. The back of the roof appears to be adorned with what might be solar panels, though it's tricky to confirm from the images. Solar panels are a smart choice for off-grid living, allowing the vessel to harness the sun's energy for powering lights, gadgets, or even small appliances, much like how some campers use them to stay independent from shore power. This eco-friendly touch could be a nod to sustainable travel, reducing the need for noisy generators or frequent fuel stops. And this is the part most people miss. The front end is a hub of activity, featuring a jet ski tethered nearby, alongside a rubber dinghy and a rowboat, or as some might call it, a duck boat, for short trips to shore. On the rear, not visible in all shots, there's at least one outboard motor peeking out, ready to propel the vessel forward. These additions transform the houseboat into a versatile explorer, capable of zipping around lakes or navigating calm rivers with ease. For those just starting out in boating, an outboard motor is like the engine of a car. It provides the thrust to move through water, and pairing it with smaller craft like a dinghy means you can easily dock or explore without committing the whole boat. Adding a whimsical flair, a couple of owl statuettes perch atop the structure, gazing out like vigilant sentinels. It's a quirky detail that personalizes the vessel, perhaps reflecting the owner's personality or a love for nature-inspired decor. Owls, after all, symbolize wisdom and mystery, which might echo the enigmatic journey of a boat named Neverlanding, suggesting a perpetual voyage with no fixed destination. Local resident David Voigtman seized the opportunity to visit the Lexington State Harbor, not just for the boat, but also to witness the annual salmon spawning, a natural spectacle where fish return to their birthplace to reproduce, drawing crowds of nature enthusiasts. It's a reminder of how human curiosities often intertwine with the wonders of the wild, and this boat's arrival amid such an event feels almost serendipitous, like a floating chapter in a larger story of migration and discovery. Now let's address the elephant in the room. This setup raises eyebrows about regulations and safety. Is a makeshift houseboat like Neverlanding a brilliant stroke of ingenuity, or does it skirt the edges of maritime laws? Some might argue it's a bold exercise in freedom, allowing individuals to live nomadically without the constraints of traditional housing. Others could see it as risky, potentially lacking the stability or permits required for safe navigation. For instance, in many jurisdictions, houseboats must meet certain standards for seaworthiness, much like how cars need inspections. Failing to do so might lead to fines or restrictions. And what about environmental concerns? A boat with solar panels is great, but does it fully offset the impact of anchoring in sensitive areas, like salmon spawning grounds? These are the questions that ignite debates. What do you think? Should more people embrace unconventional living like this, or is it time for stricter rules to protect our waterways? Do you view Neverlanding as an inspiring adventure or a cautionary tale? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have your own stories of offbeat travels.